Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is another welcome to my rig video, and I'm here with Truett, and he actually owns a interesting company in Caldwell, Texas, and I'd like to know more about this rig that we have here in front of us, and then also we'll be talking a little bit about some of the other rigs that he has. Tell me a little bit about what your company does and a little bit about this rig in general.
We're a heavy haul company out of Caldwell, Texas. We do multi-axle from 5 axles all the way up to 13 axles. That's our biggest deal. We have one 16 axle. This particular rig here is a 2005 Peterbilt 379. It's got a 550 Cat 8 cert, 18 speed. Done a few modifications to it. The top has been chopped 6 inches. The doors are suicided. Sleeper's also been lowered. All of the door handles have been shaved. It's all on poppers. The doors just pop open.
That's cool.
Stainless wrap tanks, stainless boxes, stainless air tanks. It's 280-inch wheelbase.
What do you haul with this one in particular?
So this one here is kind of a more of a pleasure ride for me. I have a toy hauler that I pull with it. It is previously been a working truck in its life, but it mostly is just for show now. I pull a toy hauler with it.
Sweet, that's amazing. Can you show me a little bit about, come down here. I see you have these tank covers on. Any particular reason why you chose black? Why'd you put the tank covers on?
So the name of the truck is Wyatt Earp. Tombstone's one of my favorite movies, and this truck is, in the sense, in my eyes, it's more of an outlaw truck, and so sleek, black, simple, like Wyatt Earp. So we nicknamed it Wyatt Earp. It kind of has that outlaw Western feel to it.
Yes, it does.
The stainless tanks, we use those for wrap. They're easy to keep clean, and they're easy to always shine. You don't have to polish them all the time.
Yep. And the window in the back, I noticed it's very unique.
So the window in the back was put in as to represent. We don't have any logos for Peterbilt. This is a Peterbilt, and we put an oval window in the back to represent for the emblem to help advertise that it is a Peterbilt.
It's very thoughtful.
Resemblance.
And then the detail work, I noticed you have a guy that specially does the details.
It's just some, draw attention to it, it's just some pinstriping and it's kind of the old school flair that people had pinstriping back in the day, and it goes back, like I said, kind of with the Wyatt Earp theme and the Western theme, just kind of brings a little old school back to the new school.
Yeah, I know, and it's beautiful. It looks absolutely beautiful. Oh wow, it's so shiny in the back.
It's all stainless. Like I said, stainless is easy to keep clean, and it stays, very pure, I guess you would say, where you don't ever have to.
Yes.
It's low maintenance, put it that way.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
Low maintenance.
Low maintenance.
How much do you shine it then?
Well, so like aluminum, it gets oxidized. The stainless don't get it gets water spots, but the water spots generally will wipe off with just a light polish or maybe even just like a Windex or like a glass cleaner.
Do you worry about weight at all when it comes to?
Not with this particular one, no ma'am. Don't have any problem with weight, not even trying to axle out with this one.
I noticed that your fifth wheel is all...
Fifth wheel is aluminum, it's not stainless, it's just polished aluminum. Alco and Holland make a great one, and it just gives it that bright pop with the black, the shininess with the black.
And then the lights here, I noticed they're very unique. Did you special order these?
They're actually probably been out several years. So to go back to the lights, it only has 7 lights on the whole truck. Well, besides the headlights. You got 2 tail lights, you got 5 cab lights. The 2 clear ones in the back are just for backup, they're never on, and then you got the headlights. But once again, it's just a very subtle kind of sneak up on you type effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say they really
less is more on this one.
Absolutely, and I can see that because you see a bunch of flashy trucks, you know, and then this one just comes in and it's simple, but
it's very subtle.
It still turns your head.
Yes, it's very subtle, but once you pay attention to it, it's got its own uniqueness.
I find that those are the best aesthetics, the ones that you don't like recognize, but they're into it, like.
Yes, once you start looking at it, you can appreciate it then.
Absolutely. So tell me how this functions.
So this goes back to the old theme again with the Wild West, older style cars. Back in the day, they had suicide doors, so that's where this theme comes from, to make it different. So the door has been chopped 6 inches as well. We shaved the door handle so nobody could actually walk up and open the door unless they have, we call it a popper remote, has a secret switch somewhere or a cable, but you just push the button and the door kicks open.
That is so unique and so cool. And the emblem, you've carried like all of the theme of the truck throughout.
Correct, yeah. So the inlays are all been to match the pinstriping and everywhere.
So I'm guessing you had this obviously specifically done for this truck.
Yes, ma'am. It's very specific for the truck.
And oh wow, even your pedals.
Well, we carry the black and red theme through the whole truck, so it's inside out. I mean, even the oilers on the deal, we make sure they stay bright and red on the front hubcap to change them. A lot of people have covers over them, but the red goes with it, so we kind of keep it fresh.
That's unique. Absolutely. I like that you got a red one.
Yep.
Sometimes
all of the
black.
dash has got red. We call them red jewels on all of the toggle switches.
Oh yes. Yes.
Lights are all red in the dash. Probably can't see them during the day, but.
Oh my gosh, that's so unique. You have a girl on the inside of your visor.
2 of them. Yep.
Wow, that's so unique.
They're the old.
I love it. It's definitely like the old.
They're the old saloon
theme.
girls. If you look up there and see them.
That is definitely like super unique. I've never seen anything like it. What like?
They're hand painted. They're airbrushed. You can see the guy. He signed his name after he painted them.
Wow! No way.
Yeah.
So it's actually like somebody's artwork. You didn't just slap it on there. You had somebody commission it.
Airbrushed it, and then it's been cleared over.
Wow.
Yes.
That's super unique. And anything like else in particular? Like I love all the red. You carried it through. It's beautiful, but I love that it's an older style.
So it all comes with like a wood grain from the stock, so everything's been painted out and blacked out to, like I said, to kind of match the outside theme. We brought the red on the inside, all of this is red, just to give it a little red on the inside where it's just not totally black. We put the pedals have the red inlay in them, and all of the gauge clusters have them, as well as the little jewels.
Yeah, I noticed the balls on the.
This is old school, same thing with the shifter knobs. Yes, it's truck number 7, so that's where the 7 comes from. It's like Lucky number 7, Saloon 7 from the movie. So it's we kind of carry the Wyatt Earp theme through it.
And I noticed you still have the pinstriping up here as well.
Try to bring a little bit of it inside. It has it in the door inlays. It has it up here. We used to have some on the floor, but it didn't look as good, so we took it out.
I noticed you have a custom speaker system as well in this.
It has like a 5,000 watt radio system in it.
That's beautiful. That's so cool. And did you do anything special to like the Jake of the truck or?
Jake brakes? No, they're all stock. The back is the only thing. It's got DVD, Blu-ray, all of the electronics in the back. Got a refrigerator there as well.
And I noticed like all of this has been.
All of this is
specific.
Custom. Yes, all custom, and we brought the same designs to the inside, the red, black, and white, but it still has the same twist.
Yeah, but it's unique. So somebody like took the effort into
well, we had to change it all because we chopped the top, so everything, the contour that was factory we had to change it to match it because the contour changed. So it was all hand inlaid.
Oh, it's beautiful. I noticed your mic is pretty old.
It's worn out. Yep. Somebody likes to talk a lot.
Somebody, you mean you?
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit about like the other trucks that you have.
Well, we run heavy hauls, all multi-axle. Most of them have what they call a pusher axle, so they come with a tri-axle on the rear, and then the steer axle makes them. We call it 4-axle. Some people call it a tri-axle. We haul RGN low boys, and like I said, we start at 5 axles and go up to 16 axles. The majority of ours are 8-axle rigs, but we have several multi-axle rigs.
And each rig has its own trailer for the most part that
Yes,
kind of
ma'am.
matches it.
Each truck has its own dedicated trailer, and then we have a few trailers that are not dedicated that we call them community trailers, that real specialized trailers. It's whoever pulls that trailer will actually hook onto another one.
Yeah, I've noticed like some of the trucks that we have here today, like your mint colored one. And the blue one. And then the one I saw yesterday as well, with
Yes.
this super awesome trailer that we'd really like to do a video on in the future. Tell me a little bit about how those came to be. Who decided, you know, are you the mastermind behind designing those trucks? Or?
I don't know about the mastermind, but yes, most of it has. I let the drivers put some thought into what they would like to have. Most of my drivers have been with me. You know, I think my drivers average 10+ years with us. I have the one that drives the mint truck. He's been here 20 years. So I let them have a little input on what they would like. My color is always mostly blue, but some of the drivers get tired of the same old blue, so we change it up some. But as far as the trailers are mostly mine, of what we have as far as work of what we need to have to do the job correctly.
Absolutely.
But some of the minor details, the drivers, they do all those as far as designing the truck, as far as picking color or themes or stuff like that. I'll let them do that.
That's really awesome of you. I'm sure they really appreciate that kind of input, because
They do.
a lot of driving jobs, you get what you get.
Well,
and
they make
that's
it personal. That way it's personal for them, and it's not somebody else. It makes it where that's what they like, so that's what they get.
Yeah, and especially having something that makes the job a lot more enjoyable is important, especially when you're living on the road. This
Yes.
is your life. It's not just...
And like I said, the trailers I try to do to make sure they have the right equipment to do the job, and then after that, I'll let them kind of put their twist to all of them.
That's
So.
awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, and I really appreciate it. Your truck here is beautiful. Your other trucks are also just as unique as this one, and you're the type of boss that we want to see in the industry. You're the type of company owner that I hope there's more people like you out there and in the future, because you and I both know that it's hard to live on the road. There's a lot that goes into it. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a job. And those little extra things that make it worth doing, you know, it's everything to a driver.
Yes.
And you're definitely hitting that.
We take it in this way. We like to have pride in your ride, and if you like your job and you like what you do, then it's not really a job. And that's where we try to live off that as best we can for my drivers. I don't try to put them in a situation I wouldn't put myself in. So if I like it, and that's something that I think that I would like, then I offer it to them. Some take it and some don't. Some have different needs, and some want some different things, and all of them. They're all not 100% the same, but we do follow a lot of the same guidelines.
Absolutely. And just thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Enjoyed it.